Hey there, how's it going? Good? Okay, let's talk about this misconception. Some people take a look at this and they say x squared to the third power. So they think that 2 is being raised to the power of 3 and 2 raised to the power of 3 is 8. So let's see if this is true or not. And before I do this, I'm going to do this example over here. So I'm going to go based off of what exponents tell me. So if I have 5 to the power of 2, that means I have 5 times 5, don't I? I write my base, and I write it as many times as the power tells me. Agreed? Okay. So the power here is 4 because it's on the very outside, isn't it? And the parentheses are telling me what my base is. So according to this power, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 of those parentheses. Agreed? And inside each parenthesis is a to the power of 3. Do you agree with that? Okay, so now I could write this out the very long way because this parenthesis tells me I have a times a times a. And this one tells me the exact same thing. And so does this one. And so does this one. And then I've got multiplication in between each of those. And if I take a look at that, that means I've got 3, 6, 9, 12 A's, which means I would have a to the power of 12, wouldn't I? Not, what's 3 to the power of 4? 81? I don't have 81 A's. I only have 12 of them. You with me? So if I take a look at this over here, if I take a look at x squared in parentheses, and that's being raised to the power of 3. According to that power, I have 3 of these parentheses because the 3 is sitting on top of the parentheses. And in each parenthesis, I have x to the power of 2. Well, how many x's is that? 2, 4, 6? So that's x to the power of 6, isn't it? Not x to the power of 8. That's not true. This is not true. So let me ask you something. To get from the original problem to this answer, what would I have to do between the 3 and the 4 to get to this answer? Ah, I heard you. Well, you would do 3 times 4. That's true, and that gives me 12, doesn't it? Okay, let me ask you this. This we ended up with the power of 6, x to the power of 6. This is what the long way told me, right? So question, what would you have to do between these two powers to get the power of 6? X to the 2 times 3, which gives me that power of 6. Agreed? Okay, so that tells me the actual rule for this particular exponential problem is when I have x to a power in parentheses with another power on the outside, that tells me that this parenthesis is telling me to multiply the two powers together. And when I multiply them, I get my result. So I've got some examples coming your way. Work on them before you find my answer key video. Catch you on the flip side.